Hello, my name is Shannon Cox, and welcome to Talking Rock Fan. I felt like I should introduce myself and explain what this show will be about, and even some of the background on my taste and history of music, mainly rock music. First of all, I am not an artist myself. I cannot carry a tune in a bucket. I cannot play an instrument. My hope for this show is to bring a different and fresh perspective to the classic rock music community. I have listened to podcasts and DJs and prominent talking heads on satellite radio and feel this needs to be addressed. No disrespect to all those in the media, I just feel they have their niches and stay in that lane. I want to talk about the Beatles, the Stones, Deep Purple, Billy Joel, Motley Crue, Metallica, and other popular artists. I also want to dive into bands that may have flown under your radio dial's programming. I plan to speak on influences like Johnny Cash, John Lee Hooker, the New York Dolls, Angels, Zebra, T.T. Quick, the Highwaymen, and others that have inspired people over the years. I want to explore new bands with you, the audience, such as The Retrograde, The Reality of Yourself, also known as Troy, As the Structure Fails, and The Warning. I will also have a great co-host. His name is Ben Maynard. He's from California, and he's also a music enthusiast like me. And we plan to have debates and conversations while sharing stories and experiences. Now a little bit about my journey in music. My parents believed in only listening to country music. The community I grew up in had 2 local radio stations, and both formats were similar. One played country during the day until late evening, and then switched to gospel. The other channel was predominantly gospel music and recorded sermons from local pastors. My music knowledge was very limited at first. In the early 80s, my family moved 30 minutes south, and this put me in just enough range to sometimes pick up a rock and pop station out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And eventually, even later in the 80s, my family got cable. And I was blown away by the discovery of music television known as MTV. I followed Top 20 Countdown, and after school, there was a rock 30-minute block of hard rock and glam, hair metal, whatever you want to call it. This eventually led me to Headbangers Ball later on. I began to pick up bootleg cassettes from my local flea market and expanded my playlists through tape trading and copying on blank cassettes that I took off the radio. I hope this has given you a bit of insight into at least the beginning of who I am and will join me on the journey of Talking Rock Fan. I want to run with some ideas I have heard on shows that have either been forgotten about or buried. I plan to also discuss some ideas I have heard and will give my opinion as well. Before I go, please like my video, subscribe if you found this interesting enough. If you click the bell, you will be notified of future videos as well. Thank you. Take care.